Right, here we go. Look, we are. Say hello.
Hello.
We are about to test the camera over at Orchid Lakes for an underwater film. See what the clarity's like. Looks pretty good. There's a pike out there. See him?
Whee.
Oh god! Oh god!
Yeah. What are you doing? There we go, we're in. Oh god.
Amateurs.
Yeah, I'm great at this.
This is always the moment of truth, we call this. Could go wrong, could go good. But the idea is basically find a spot that's similar to what we'll be fishing on. Get the camera down and just see what sort of depth we've got. We'll see. Right, out there is the bottle with the camera on. And they're coming back to shore. In a minute we'll plug it in, see what visibility we've got. Yeah, look, 0% battery. We've got seconds to make the decision, but...
You're happy with that angle, are you, as well?
That's clear enough for me.
Yeah.
Game on, boys.
Hello.
Happy fucking days. So we are about to run the cable across. The camera is in. It's down there. Tell you what, I'll jump down there. You can have a little look then. 2 secs. So. Here we go. So the camera's in. I've stirred it up a little bit. Let's use my glasses. Can you see better? Not really. Nice gravelly bottom. Bit of cover here and there from the snags, and there's been fish passing this spot. So whilst I'm actually stood in the waders, sorting the camera out, there's fish coming through, which is obviously a good sign. Seen fish every time I've been here. Good depth, 5-6 foot. It's all sweet, hunky dory. Problem is, as you've noticed, I've got a wetsuit on. I've got to get in the lake in a minute, which ain't going to be very much fun. It's cold, middle of November. Never mind, eh? The things we do in order to make underwater films, they don't come easy. Neither should they. We climb out. Right, I'm gonna go. I'm just waiting for the boys to turn up with a boat and run the cable across the lake. Wish us luck. Right, camera's in. Now it's time for some bait. It's quite small stuff. The idea being the spot gets cleared, gets rid of any fine dust and stuff that will stir up in front of the camera. It's pretty good clarity, so we shouldn't have to worry too much, but we'll give them that. That'll be their first dinner in front of the camera. Right, I haven't been here for about a week, but I'm now back. Let's go and have a look at the water. Polaroids are on. Just hoping the clarity's held out. Fingers crossed, then. I think it has. Looks pretty good to me. Let's go and have a little look. Catch up with you in a sec. We've got to go down here. Chris has very kindly put that there to stop anyone disturbing the area. Let's go down and have a gander. Very clear. You can see the spot's sweet. All looks good to me. All looks good. It's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. There's mouldy bait all over the spot. There's bailiff's been dropping bait on it. Oh, big one just showed. Rich. Big carp just showed 30 yards out. Look, and again, wallop. Have a look for the trees, look. Massive set of rings, look. Look. 30 yards out, come out twice. And again. Ah, he didn't look as big that time. Anyway, that spot is f***ed, long and short of it. But we've got a new area. There's a lot of carp out here. I was just about to say there's a lot of carp out here, and one has just jumped behind me. You might be able to see the ring still, maybe not because of the sun. But we go again. Gonna replace the camera, new area, bait it once and come back next week and just go for it. But yeah, they're here for now.
Elliot Gray. Morning.
The best shoots, the best kind of shoot this is.
You nervous?
No.
At all?
No.
Because?
Bait's going to be gone. Stokes is going to catch. Effort equals reward, and this has been a pain in the arse. So.
The anticipation of them dropping, isn't it?
How are them maggots looking, boys?
They don't do a lot, do they?
They're definitely wriggling.
Oh, they are wriggling here, aren't they? You can see them here.
The maggots are out.
Maggots are out.
If you've wondered what maggots look like on a spot, there you go.
So I'm going to go in with 2 D-rigs. The spot out there is clean gravel, and that's my go. On clean, hard spots, the D-rig is my go-to rig. But I'm a little bit nervous about putting this rig in front of the camera because over the last few years, I have spent a lot of time, many hours, sat behind those rigs. You know, I've got a lot of faith in them. So putting them in front of the camera, you know, I just hope they work. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. I'm massively confident in those rigs. But as I say, I've spent a lot of my life, shall we say, sat behind those rigs. So I've got quite a lot riding on this. But yeah, I'm sure they'll work.
When you see Elliot Gray sitting in front of a computer, it can only mean one thing.
Underwater filming. Submerge.
Submerge.
We're at Orchid Lakes. 2 or 3 hours into the shoot, we've just seen our first carp. He came down, he fed, and then a minute later, both Stokes, his rods got wiped out by a trailer. So we now have no rods in the water. But we've got 5 days ahead of us, and this is a good start. Keep your eyes peeled.
Just been wiped out by a trailer. Both rigs.
What? Yeah, both rigs.
Right, let's wind them in.
Chances of that?
Oh no.
What are the chances of that? A carp turns up, both rods wiped out, and now a savage cloud of silt. That was a carp next. I can't see how that could have been a carp not right on that spot to cause this much of a cloud.
It's dragged the one line over the top of the other. Got 2 rigs in one. It dragged the one rig into the other one. Never mind. Never mind.
Top your reel, mate.
Hang on. Just counting the wraps back, trying to do it right. Yeah. Well used they are, mate. Oh, sure. say exactly what you just said, El.
I reckon it's them swivels. I reckon they've got so much free movement in them. They just go and up and go that way with momentum. Right, so on screen we have got, there's rig number 1. I'm sure you can see it, centre of spot there. And then at the back you'll see the other lead, centre of shot now. So we've got 2 rigs out there. One's centre of the area, one's on the back edge.
I might as well run through the rig that I'm putting out there. It's just a simple D-rig that I've used loads and loads over the last few years, well, probably over the last 10 or 12 years. It's just basically 5.5 inches of 50 pound XT snag leader. I knotless knot that to a size 4 Kamakura choddy. The hook bait is just 2 grains of plastic corn with a little bunch of maggots on top. I've got that hook bait on both rods now just because it seems to be presenting itself better when I cast it out there. Obviously before I had a little balanced trim down pop-up on the one rod, again tipped with maggots, but because that's a little bit more buoyant, I mean obviously I could trim more off it, but the 2 grains of fake corn seems to be fishing really well, so I've gone with that. It's tied with a 4-turn grinner to a double ring swivel, and then I've got a little bit of putty halfway down the rig. Well, I say halfway down the rig, I generally have the putty slightly closer to the swivel end. That just helps to pin it down, push the rig away a bit. It's fished helicopter style on 3-footer lead core, little heli safe, obviously drop the lead, and a 4-ounce distance lead.
Imagine that.
How good is it having 2 out there? It's such an edge.
Yeah.
Having two rigs on there on the spot is an edge.
Yeah.
And also it's how you want to fish, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's how
You would fish.
Yeah, one right in the middle of all the bait, middle of the spot, one on the very edge.
Yeah. Mark's going to catch a 40-pounder.
What are you wearing today, El? I think I'll wear my collar jumper. Oh, I think I'll wear the same one.
Call the friends.
Fully cauterised.
That'll be
I've got
fine.
paint on mine though where I've been grafting.
And your one that absolutely stinks.
I went round Arthur's new school in this the other day.
He's no longer allowed to go to that school.
Met his sexy new head teacher, some Mediterranean bird, yeah.
Oh,
I said to her, I was like, "You're the youngest looking head teacher I've ever seen." Jem was stared at me.
you knew what
She
you
was like,
meant
"I'm
by
not
that.
that young." She was.
It's been a relatively long first day, but we have had a car in front of the camera, and that is the all important thing, really. It fed as well, which again is very important. Lovely early evening sun beaming down on us. Not long left of today, but the first day is always going to be the slowest day. Rods will go out quick time tomorrow morning. Stokes' little base camp.
That weird point, leave that.
Oh, you went as well.
Oh, yeah.
On the poach.
And this is where the magic's happening right now.
No, that one. It's just anyone.
That's Richard.
We've actually found a bivvy that he fits in.
I'll put in the phone now.
2 rigs on the spot still. You can see the one at the back, sort of centre shot. Lovely presentation there, Thomas. And the other one is somewhere in the middle, but I can't really see.
Here.
Are we going to get another opportunity today?
Let's hope so.
Bridger, are we going to get another opportunity today?
100%.
What's your guess? Yes.
Why not? How long we got? What's the time?
Couple of hours. You say yes.
3 till
Ooh.
5 o'clock.
2 hours, yes or
No.
no? No. Tom?
Yes.
Yes.
No, but they're coming back early tomorrow morning, I reckon.
Not today. We'll see who's right.
We need to ring Dan Wildball for a proper evaluation of that, don't we?
Wish us luck.
It's big, and you can tell like his belly is round.
Yeah, mate. It's a big.
He's broad, and look, he's got shoulders. He's
Yeah.
got depth.
Like that's 35 pounds
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah, that is a big one. You can see. Look at the back end on him.
But what's the problem, lads?
You tell them. I don't want to talk about it.
It's complete white out, and we can't even see our far bank markers. So basically, we've got fish on the spot. Spot's been smashed
Throughout the night.
and we can't even get our rigs in position. Just
And
got
we
to sit
can't-
and watch.
And we can't fish for them during the night if we want to catch one in front of an underwater camera.
Would
So
you say
they're-
you're buzzing about
They're
that?
just coming in, clearing everything out. We're turning the camera on, then having to recast, rebait. So do we leave the rods out overnight? That is the question. If you were to watch this film and this was happening, would you want us to keep the rods out throughout the nighttime period when they seem to be coming in and feeding and at least catch one?
Well, as you can see, it's incredibly foggy this morning. In fact, the fog's only just settled in sort of the last 10-15 minutes. But this is not ideal. Fog is probably my least favourite conditions.
I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty depressed at the moment. We got up this morning, we could see out into the lake, the fog has just rolled in a sort of a 10-minute period, and now we can't see the marker that we're casting at. It's only a horizon marker that Tom is casting at, but we can't risk him casting over the camera. If he casts too far right, which isn't it hard to do when you can't see what you're casting at, you know, he could wipe the camera out. So, you know, these short days that we've got, this one has just got shorter because we have now got to wait for the fog to clear before them rods can go out. It's the odds, you know, it's stacked against us as it is, and things like that, you just don't need it. England-Wales last night, we went up the pub to watch that. That was good. And I reckon whilst we're at the pub, fish are on the spot eating. So we're kind of toying with the idea of maybe keeping the rods out overnight. This time of year, you know, that's when carp do a lot of their eating, after dark throughout the night. And we've only got 6 to 8 hours a day of fishing time. You know, it's nearly 10 o'clock, we haven't got a rod in the water because of the fog. And we've got to be reeling in at 4:30, so, you know, it's like 6.5 hours each day, maybe 8 tops of a 24-hour period. So, got a lot of debate going on. You know, we're making an underwater film. We want to see everything happen in front of the camera, but One thing we have no control over is when they feed. So, yeah, there's bites to be had, that is for sure. And if nothing else, could just get that bite early morning, just as it's getting light. They're definitely feeding around that time. When we turned the camera on this morning, there were carp there, so the debate is very much being debated at the moment. With the camera turned back on and the bait clearly gone, there was one thing on Tom's mind, and that was to get more bait back out and onto the spot in advance of any fish arriving. And today the plan was to put less bait out than before. They were clearly visiting the area, had done over the previous few days. They know there's food there, and the idea now was just to try and fish for a bite.
That should be like back edge of the spot, if you can see it.
Yeah, I've got maggot coming, yeah. Back of the, yeah. Back edge, yeah.
Don't want to be any more left than that, do I?
No, you don't. That was literally perfectly on the ridge as it drops down.
Yeah, yeah. Outer edge of the spot where we know it's a lot siltier. I mean, that's no coincidence, that is. There's obviously, you know, they obviously favour that side of the spot for whatever reason. But, you know, the bait went off this gravel last night, so they have obviously fed on the gravel too. And, you know, as far as I'm aware, there shouldn't be much bait in that silt. All the spoms this morning went very accurate. So they must just be literally feeding on the odd scraps that are, you know, just over this sort of gravel ridge that you can see in shot.
Rigs are in position now. You see one at the back there, little corn stack stood up. Tell you what, don't know if it look clear through this iPhone. And then, you know, we see the other rig at the front there, centre of shot. Centre of shot now, we've got Richard. He's just been enjoying James Armstrong's latest video. See more video? Here he is, look. Utter clown.
James takes on Balking Lake.
James takes on Balking Lake, yeah, with great success. However, the true king of Balking Lake sits before me here. So, if you are going to Balking Lake, contact either James Armstrong, or James Armstrong, should I say it, or the blue-eyed prince of Balking, Tom Stokes.
I prefer King of Balking.
Sorry, the blue-eyed king of Balking. Several carp.
Oh my God.
Look, a massive shoal of them. Oh!
The mother load has landed.
5 carp, right by the rig.
Oh my God.
How has this happened? 5, 6 carp just turned
All
up at
turned
once.
up at once.
What the hell?
Oh my God.
And now they're swimming off again.
Oh my
Why would they do that?
God.
Just come in, drop down, gone. However, it is, what is the time? Right, it's
That time again, it was just after 12 the other day. Yesterday was a different day, it was cold. But that
carp,
first day...
Is that a carp or is that the edge of a cloud? What is that? Black in the corner. Edge of the cloud? He was close to the rig.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
That is what you get on these sort of slightly higher stocked lakes.
Yeah, yeah.
You get
Not
groups of fish.
Yeah, that was a pod. A pod of carp, like a pack. Oh my God.
Hours of inactivity have got to Tom. He can't resist.
Fishing the club lake instead.
Don't lose my leader.
Mate, it buckled over Tom, it must be on the end. He's... Really hope nothing turns up on the camera just now.
I know. We got one on, but it's wrong lake. Do we have a landing net? So ill prepared for this?
Let's go and get a land net.
Oh no.
Give me that.
Oh no.
He's ripping off.
Do me under the tree.
I've got him.
pulling really hard for a 5-pounder.
He is rocking.
I'm in the tree.
He ain't a bad un.
Yeah, he's a nice fish. Hey! We caught one. Right, so while we were waiting for the carp to turn up in front of the camera, I thought I'd drop a little rig in the edge behind us on the club lake, and there you go. Lovely little mirror. Not a monster, but great looking carp. Look at his little fluffy tail. Bit of excitement anyway.
Right, YouTubers, YouTube crew. This is Tom. We're coming to the end of day 3, which has been, it's been a pretty good day really, isn't it?
Yeah,
really.
A lot better than the previous 2. There's been a lot going on today.
Yeah, yesterday was boring.
Cold and boring.
Cold and boring, yeah. Today's been much better. Got a lovely evening. Missed the best bit really. We've been filming that for the actual film we're making, but you can see the remnants of it. Pretty tasty. This is a proper winter's evening, I would say. Cold, clear, easy on the eyes, just like Thomas over here. And we're leaving the rods out tonight because a lot of the action is coming at night, and we really would like to catch a carp. And also, we might be able to get the infrared camera working, which means we can film in the dark. Never done it before, so I'm not sure what the quality will be like, but better than nothing, isn't it? That's for sure. If the rods stay out, you're going to catch one, do you reckon?
I flipping hope so.
I would say 100%.
I hope so. If I don't, something's gone wrong.
So there we go. Yeah, end of the day. Richard is now in camp submerge. Heater on still?
Yeah.
Loving it?
Try and dry my knee out.
Trying to dry his knee out. What, you got wet knee? What you done?
Water on the knee, mate.
What you done?
Getting down low angles for some shots earlier.
Ah, been grafted. So there we go, yeah, end of the day. It's been a good day. See what comes next, eh? We're keeping in the van tonight. Savage fog in the mornings made recasting impossible this morning. We don't want to risk that again. And the fish are clearing us out at night, so got this light above my head which needs to go out, but yeah. A night in the van, hopefully wake up to Tom's receiver, which is just there. Head torch camera is at the ready. Trainers, just got to bail out the door. Good night, people. Wish us luck. It's our morning ritual at the moment. We get up early in the dark. Stokes gets the brews on. Carpy kettle. There's an uncarpy hot water bottle lurking in there somewhere, but extra carpy kettle.
Water bottles in the bottom of the sleeving bag.
I could sit on that. Camera's at the ready in case he gets a churner. Unlikely. And the stove is warm. No, that wasn't a diss. It's just
It's the truth.
just the reality of this utterly dreadful situation we're faced with at the moment at this lake.
Foggy now.
It's much foggier than it actually looks on. Somehow the iPhone has the ability to burn through the fog, but it's much foggier than that by the human eye. Painful today. So cold, so foggy. Thick fog everywhere. And I'm just staring at this screen and nothing is happening. All the bait went again last night, which is good. We left the rods out and Tom caught a tench about 6 o'clock and a bream about midnight, but because of the fog, thick fog, wasn't able to recast both rods. He did get the tench rod back out, but the one closest to the camera he didn't. Woke up this morning, all the bait's gone. So we don't know what's cleared it out. We're just hoping that some fish turn up. Tom's first job of the morning was to check the rig that he'd cast out during the night, and on closer inspection we noticed that the rig had actually landed out of shot. So that rod was reeled in, pressured up inside the bivvy, and then recast to the area now that we had light on our side.
I reckon that's very close.
It didn't land exactly where we wanted it from a filming perspective, but it was more than good enough in terms of catching a carp. And wanting to keep disturbance to a minimum, Tom decided to just leave it as that. One cast, rig into position, and the minimum of disturbance during those critical first few hours of the day.
So I've just recast the right-hand rod. I know I did it in the night last night, but when we turned on the camera this morning, we couldn't see the rig. It looks as though I actually cast it over the other rod. But it was dark, it was foggy, and it was a bit of a guess. That's my excuse anyway. But rather interestingly, it looks like most of the bait has gone. I mean, there's still a fair bit there, but most of it has gone, which I can only put down to tension bream. Obviously, I had that occurrence last night, which was definitely something moved the lead. I mean, it might have been a carp, but personally, having caught a tension of bream the previous night, I don't think it was. I'm sure that if a carp came in, I'd have hooked one. So I don't know. I reckon tension bream fed on the spot a bit last night. Didn't catch one. Both rigs are now back in position. Nothing in front of the camera this morning. Today's our last chance. So I am praying for a miracle.
It's a shame, really. Just praying they come back today. As it stands, slow, cold and boring, and foggy. Very, 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 very foggy. Jimmy Armstrong's down the bank though. He's catching them. That's where they are. They've been for a few days. I think without the sun, just with this appalling weather, it could not be much worse. I don't think just don't seem to be moving about much. And yeah, nothing's happening at the moment, I'm afraid.
James, what have you got there?
We've got a chunkosaurus, mate. Oh, mate, that is, yeah, that's what we came for, Rich. Lovely one.
Is there any chance you could barrow him down to us, mate, in a bit?
Feel free.
Or maybe send him out in your bait boat over the camera.
I might do that.
Jimmy,
Richard.
who says you can't catch big carp or any carp in the fog?
Not me anymore. There's a 40-pounder there, probably a 30 here. It's got to be a 30 in it, Tom.
Definitely a 30, that is, mate.
Lovely old common in there. So, yeah.
Luckily, it's absolutely on fire where we are, Stokes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going off down the other end. Not.
We've got to do the vlog update. Hang on, I'm just cleaning my screen. We're doing our vlog update for the shoot. How would you say the shoot's going for you, Tom?
It's a bit dark, isn't it?
Not very good. How is it going for you, Richard?
Not very good.
It's not going very good for me either. How's it going for you, James?
Very good, very good.
Yeah, Jimmy's been absolutely hauling.
Jimmy, can you give us a very good, very nice?
Very good, very nice. Very good, very nice. Hello, sexy banana.
Tell us what you've had.
Huh?
Tell us what you've had.
Cut the fish.
He's had a
Cut the
42-pounder.
Cut the 6 bites.
Carp on the spot!
Oh my god.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my days.
Oh yes, finally. I was wondering if this would ever happen.
Mate, we've got one. Let's get him out there. Now I have got the sun in my eyes. Just dropping that in there because if this goes wrong, I've got an excuse.
Come on, Stokesy.
Sounds good. Wait.
We got up this morning. We could see out into the lake. The fog has just rolled in a sort of a 10-minute period, and now we can't see the marker that we're casting at.
Look at these, man. Proper like little Nemo. Well, Chris has just popped over and informed us that it's probably the biggest fish in the lake. Certainly one of them. Wrinkly old orchid carp.
Your lead core is moving.
Is
As
it?
you're doing that, your lead core's twitching.
I'm barely pulling on that.